Valentine's night. Tons of love to everyone from yours truly, your host, Raffy Reyes, and my guest for tonight. Now, you may be listening to us after your Valentine's date or on your way home or going somewhere from that date. I hope it was a good one. In which case, why are you listening to me? Thank you anyway. I hope you have fun with me in the background and my guest tonight, JL. Now, if it was a bad date, so sorry. Better luck next time. Thank you for listening as well. We'll put a smile on your face. If you didn't have a date, thank you for listening. Boy, do I have a topic for you. I have invited back acclaimed psychic and tarot reader and certified Reiki master J.L. Manalili to talk about the perfect topic for Valentine's Day. Love potions and love charms. What are they about? Do they work? And are they dangerous in more ways than one? The Lure of Gayuma. Heard on Thursdays with guest psychic and Reiki master J.L. Manalili. Later on, if we have time, we might open the HOT line for your free reading from JL. You can ask your love questions. Call 631-9393 when I give the cue. That's later on in the second half of the show. That's if we have time, and yes, I'll try to make time. Now, JL, or as Hazel and I like to call him, the Supreme, after the character in American Horror Story Coven is here. And hi, JL, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Rafael. How are you?
Thank you very much
Namiss
for...
ko kayo,
Oh, nice. And thank you for devoting your Valentine's night to us. I hope that we didn't ruin any Valentine's plans for tonight.
You didn't ruin anything. Kasi
I mean-
I'm celebrating my singles day today.
Oh, your singles day, then you're invited to our singles party tomorrow. Tomorrow night at early night BGC, and maybe you might have your good fortune there and find 7 minutes in heaven. That's the title of our party.
Wow.
We missed you too. Thank you very much. So our topic for tonight, the lead-off topic tonight is the lure of Gayuma, love potions and love charms. First of all, do people in this day and age still believe in Gayuma? Do they ask you about Gayuma at all?
Um, Still, yung mga people around would still ask for Gayuma.
Uh-huh.
Well, sorry for the term, people who are depressed, people who are, longing for love, let's say, quote-unquote, true love,
Uh-huh.
or who are um, having bad relationships every now and then.
Siyempre, kung happy ka, hindi ka na magtatanong about love
Yeah.
potions and love
Bakit,
charms,
no?
right? Uh-huh. But do they really believe in them, or are they asking just because, they're desperate and maybe more than a little sad?
Well, half-half. Some
Half-half.
of them would believe na Gayuma would be working for them.
Okay.
Half would be curious lang if this is work,
Okay.
good for me. Parang ganon.
Mhm. Now, Gayuma, as we popularly think of it, is, a concoction, di ba? It's a potion,
Mhm.
or maybe a charm ba, or an amulet? Ano ba yun?
Could be.
Could be.
Gayuma kasi, yun yung common misconception ng Filipinos eh. Pero ang Gayuma kasi is a general term for, could be for love,
Mhm.
for money, for career. Meaning, Gayuma is equivalent to attraction.
Attraction. Also, it could be attracting something not necessarily love. Okay?
Yes, not only love.
Maaring money.
Money, pwedeng Gayuma sa pera. Yun yung
Aha.
tinatawag. Gayuma sa business. For example, Gayuma sa trabaho, not only love.
Okay.
Gayumas or love charms could be in a way of mixing it into a person's drink, mixing it in the person's food, or pwedeng love charm o sinusuot mo siya like crystals, like rose quartz for example, to attract positive love.
Right.
For example.
So it could be an attraction charm, or, for what you are intending.
Correct.
I see. But how much of that is really like a chemical composition or your own psychic, yung parang yung ang strong ng desire mo that you energize the thing. Can that happen?
It can happen. Again, in magic, in rituals, your intention, your faith, and your energy empowers something.
Mm-hmm.
Ibig sabihin, it can materialize, it can work. It depends on how strong your energy is,
Aha.
or your intention is.
What have your experiences in love charms and love potions been? Like, were you exposed to these things in your early studies as a psychic?
And in my early studies, of course, we become serious, di ba?
Uh-huh.
Sa craft natin. So, I thought of, does really Gayuma works?
Right.
For example,
That's my question. I was leading to that.
Yung
Do they work?
concoction, for example, gawa kaya ako ng ganito. For example, I'll mix this herb.
Mhm.
I'll mix this, for example, roses, for example. And then, ipainom ko kaya sa kanya after. What would be the effect?
Nag-experiment ka mismo.
Yeah. Pero kung lahat tayo nag-experiment sa mga bagay na we thought of interesting things, di ba? So, I tried it with, I mixed it with something. Of course, I will not tell you. Baka kasi yung ibang kamasters natin mag-try. So, I tried it. And then, after a couple of days, na-observe ko na this person is parang lagi siyang text. Every time calling, every time looking for me, gano'n. Parang, this person misses me a lot. Parang gano'n.
Na-sustain ba yon even after... How long did it last?
I got irritated kasi. I got irritated na parang feeling ko, this person is so obsessive of me. Wanted to see me every time. So, I prayed na, God, I don't want to do this anymore. Binabawi ko na yung spell ko or for whatever ritual that I did last time. So, yun, after nun, nawala na
Nawala
siya.
naman.
Yeah.
You said something that's very intriguing to me, which is baka gawin ng mga monsters. So you don't recommend that our monsters just do it on their own, experiment with stuff like this.
Number one, I really do not recommend
Using it at all.
Gayuma. Number one, because of karma. Why? You're already bending the will of the person. Second, we can already find spells, tools, ingredients in the internet.
Oh.
How would you know that it's safe? How would you know that it's true? What if you're already calling some spirits who are not already, how do you call this? Into the divine,
Uh-huh.
for example. You might be, carrying karmas. You might be possessed. You might be, dabbling into something that you don't understand.
So it could be dangerous, which leads us to the question: is the use of Gayuma, love charms, love potions, even mild love spells, is it a form of witchcraft or sorcery?
Okay. Love charms, love rituals are not only part of witchcraft. There are a lot of esoteric practices, occult practices in terms of attracting something. Like for example, love. Like for example, in our own tradition, in our babaylan mismo,
Mm-hmm.
there
Which you've been studying, right?
Yeah, meron din tayong part or meron din tayong rituals to do love rituals. Pero not all love rituals pala is only attracting love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some love rituals also heal partnerships. For
Mhm.
example, your partnerships or your relationships is already tainted by some, let's say, misfortunes or problems.
Mhm.
Love rituals can also heal and help yung certain situations na nangyayari sa relationships natin.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess this is the point when I say my qualifiers, which is that we're discussing love potions and love charms tonight. It's a sensitive one for some people, and we're not necessarily endorsing it, okay? We invited JL to share his knowledge and views about it. The discussion is for information and entertainment monsters. It's up to you to decide whether you want to believe in it. But already, JL, our guest for tonight, is cautioning you against dabbling in it because it involves bending the will of the person, of nature, in a sense, and that means you are reaping karma. So be careful.
HOT, heard on Thursdays. You want to hear this.
Heard on Thursdays on Manila's Hottest Monster, RX 93.1. Happy Valentine's night. You're with Raffy Reyes, your host, and our guest for tonight, Psychic and Reiki Master JL Manalili. Again, later on, we will open the phone line 631-9393 for readings from JL about perhaps your love questions and other questions regarding yourself on Valentine's night, all right? So it will involve karma, JL. the use of Gayuma. Pag mag-Gayuma ka ng isang tao, kakarmahin ka, in short.
Yeah,
Aha.
of course. Babalik tayo sa original notion ng Filipino na Gayuma is pampa-attract ng
Right.
tao. For example, nagustuhan ko siya, gusto ko siyang gayumahin.
Aha.
Yun yung common misconception nga ng Filipino. Pero again, yung sabi ko sa'yo kanina na love rituals can also heal tainted relationships.
Can heal.
Can heal.
So there's a positive aspect to
May
it.
positive aspect siya. Pero if for example, you're only trying it for attraction na hindi mo kilala
Aha.
or crush mo lang siya and you wanted to get to know him or her na or in a relationship
Masama ba yun? Di ba parang wow, it's so romantic. I like that person. He may be or she may be my soulmate. So let's do something to hasten that process.
What if this person is not really in love with you?
Aha.
So you're using magic, you're using ritual or occult practices just to bend the will or emotions of this person. It's not good.
So monsters, if the person isn't into you, the person isn't into you. You can't force the universe to make him or her or make them into you. If you do that, well,
Yeah.
you reap karma. What about if the person is already attached to somebody, but you sincerely feel deep in your heart that person could be into you?
Okay.
O may potential kayo?
Listen to your inner guides. Do you think it's worth it to use magic to attract this person more? Or as I call it, booster
Booster.
Yeah, there are some people na we're into a mutual understanding na. Pero parang I wanted to parang pabilisin
Mm-hmm.
or make
Yeah.
a speedy process with our relationship.
To hasten the
Pwedeng-
process.
Pwedeng i-boost ng konti yung love nyo within each other. Pero as long as you have already some attachment.
So meron ng something is in place. You're not forcing your hand exactly. You're just quickening things.
Yeah.
So kung medyo nagkakagustuhan na, maaaring may MU as you say, then perhaps the love charm, love potion can just make things a little more intense, a little more quick.
Yes, if you have a connection with each other,
If-
it can help.
That's a big if. But people who want to use love spells, often walang connection. Gusto lang talaga nila mangyari,
Yeah,
right?
for example, magka-office mates lang, parang patay na patay ako sa kanya.
Oo.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good. What if you're intending towards somebody? It's a light intention. You don't you don't necessarily consult somebody like you or use love spells from the internet or love charms or love potions, but para bang inaano mo lang talaga, pinaproject mo lang talaga yung sarili mo. You think of that person, maybe you look at a picture of that person, and maybe you have, I don't know, your crystal or something, and you you want your intention to make that person be attracted to you or take a second glance at you. Is that legit or delikado pa rin yun?
Possible siya maging effective. Number one, again, in magic, intention is important.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you don't have the tools that magicians usually use
Aha.
or which usually use, yung intention mo yung heart mo yung nagpapa-energize dun sa tao, dun
Aha.
sa love mo papunta dun sa tao. It may be effective, for example, na baka pansinin ka niya kinabukasan or the few weeks after that. It may be possible. Like for example, you can start off with a good friendship after that. Pero it doesn't mean na ma-fall in love siya after that.
If you get something out of it, like a little attention, then be happy with that. Parang ganon.
Yeah,
Don't force things kung wala talaga, di ba?
Yeah.
Or if it's not meant to be. Or if it's not right. If it's not
Yeah.
correct. Especially if the person is with another, perhaps happily with another person already.
Of course. Lalo na yan, for example, merong may mga clients who would ask, I want this person.
Ito na tayo sa clients. Ito
Blah,
na yung kwento. Okay.
Can I ask if this person is single or not? She's, for example, he is married For example, he is married. Sorry, I cannot do love spells if he is already married. Good thing is, if you have a boyfriend, if you have a girlfriend, for example, and you wanted to get married, you wanted to bind your relationship together, I can help you. for example, you are married and your relationship is already tainted with third party, for example, I can
Okay.
help you. But to force someone to love you who is not connected to you, who is not in love with you at all, it's impossible.
JL, when you said third party, I think 1,000 listeners are about to get in touch with you tomorrow or later tonight.
Because the schedule of third party is February 15, ganun.
Oo, ganon. February 15, pero yun din ang interest ng mga tao, di ba? So, they can be used to bind the relationship, to heal a tainted relationship, a broken relationship.
Yeah.
And how does that go? So, a wife or a husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, knowing that the person might be philandering the other person, could use the love charm to win the person back. Ganun ba yun?
Yes. For example, rose quartz or red jasper. Red jasper could help relieve the passion within each other's marriage. Parang ganon. So, rose quartz is amplifying good energy, good love energy for husband and wife. So, it could help.
It could help. Paano kung wala naman third party? Medyo, the relationship just got a bit bland, a bit lukewarm. Yung para lang magkaroon ng heat. Gusto mong magkaroon ng a little more intensity in your relationship. Can Gayuma help?
It can help. Again, it can help. Pwede nating relieve yung parang kinakasal kayo ulit. So, yung energies nyo together when you're getting married is very excited, very passionate, very sexy pa noon. Parang gano'n. We can relieve that moment using love rituals or love potions.
Do these love rituals, love potions work with the knowledge of the other person? Or should it be done without the knowledge of the other person?
Usually, with my clients, it
They
doesn't necessarily have the knowledge. Syempre,
Of course, di ba?
Pero with or without the patient's or client's consent, minsan it can work. Again, using the love of this person.
Pwedeng yung dalawang tao mutually, okay, let's try this together and maybe we can bring the fire back to our relationship. But then again, if they want to do that already, it means may intention na silang pareho, and I think the fire will naturally be generated from that, diba? But wow, okay. So people still ask about that. Now, again, without endorsing endorsing the use of love rituals or encouraging you to try it on your own. Just for information, the more popular ways of doing it is by putting something, diba, of your own into the other person's things.
For example, yung
We can't get too detailed here, monsters.
yung common practice na naririnig natin sa matatanda is yung blood. Yung
That sounds a bit intense, Jay.
Pwede ba
May
yan?
dugo. Okay lang, yeah.
Yung menstruation
Oh, wow.
ng woman,
Uh-huh.
papainom mo dun sa isang tao or something, because menstruation or blood is very strong in terms of magic. So, yun yung naririnig natin sa matanda na pag pinainom mo yan, may in-love siya sa'yo, mapabaliw siya sa'yo, for example. Ganun.
Ginawa ba yan ng mga babaylan dati?
That's what I don't know. Kasi usually in babaylan kasi, they offer something, chicken, pig,
Talagang
to appease the
sacrifice
spirits, yeah,
already.
to make your will work.
Aha. Now, yung nagpapainom ka na ng extra glass of wine or extra shot of something, that's not Gayuma. That's called you're making the other person drunk, okay?
Drunk, yeah.
So, be careful of that too, even on Valentine's night. So again, karma. So, those are some of the common practices. How about in the form of writing something? Meron ba mga love rituals in the form of writing something or maybe leaving a note under a pillow or something?
Okay. Yung common practice din is yung maglalagay tayo ng picture or image ng loved one natin or gusto natin attract sa ilalim ng pillow.
Our pillow.
Yeah. What could be the effect? For example, mga panaginipan. He or she will dream about me.
Uh-huh.
Ganon. And then this person the next day will think, bakit ko kaya siya napanaginipan?
Mhm.
Diba? You would be curious enough na baka baka, again, merong thoughts sa papasok sa isip mo na baka nang-in-love ako sa kanya. Or baka naiisip din niya ako at the same time. Pwedeng ganon. Pero again, your intention would, again, energize your will. Yung magic mo.
Baka mapaniginipan ka and it's a nightmare. Maasar pa sa'yo.
There are, again, yung mga writing, there are orasyon, meron tinatawag na libro na Cadena de Amor. Yun yung mga Latin or prayers that could be used to attract people that you like or love.
Mhm.
Parang ganun. Again, karma, if you don't have any connections, don't use it.
What could be the karmic payback for these things? Ano pwedeng mangyari?
That's what I cannot answer.
Mhm.
Kasi hindi natin control yung karma na darating sa atin.
So you'll feel bad about doing the thing in
Yeah.
the first place. It's not going to end up well.
Mhm.
In your experience, like beyond those early experimentation that you did, do they work? Have they worked on people you know? Maybe not involving you or your counsel, but can you share some stories about these love rituals being used
Okay.
effectively or not effectively?
Sabihin natin 90% would be effective kasi there are rituals that have to be done with rules, strictly with rules. For example, you're my client and I'll tell you na you don't have to communicate with him or her, for example. You have to follow that. What if I tried to text him or call him or go to his house? The ritual will be nonsense.
Oh.
For example, you have to take a bath with rose water. You have to follow
You
that.
have to follow that.
Or else the ritual will be useless.
Nullified.
Okay. Some effective ones are some clients would give up. For example, na they're already together and parang this client na parang nasasakal ako. Merong ganon na this person is so obsessive of me. Pero I would ask, di ba, that's something that you like.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that you wished for. No, JL, this is enough na. I don't think na we're destined to each other.
Oh, they get their own. They make their own realizations.
Yes. Parang gano'n.
Which is in a way good, right? They reached that point with your help.
Kasi di ba parang if we didn't get some things in the right time and in the right moment, sometimes hindi tayo masyado nasasatisfy.
Mm-hmm.
Parang gano'n.
Be careful what you want; it may come true.
Correct.
But these are in the way again of intensifying a relationship that's on its way to be. Hindi yung again for those who didn't tune in earlier, you can't do it or you shouldn't do it if the other person is really not interested in you or you do not know the person because you do not know what that person is already. Maybe that person is already happy in their relationship.
For example, you ask for someone's help for a love ritual, for example. You should not only depend on the magic itself. You should also have your own effort to make things sweeter, to make things more strong in terms of your relationship. Like for example, my friend here in Facebook Live is mentioning about black powder. Black powder is
What is a black powder? Hindi naman pepper to, no?
a Gayuma from would I say
Certain.
the specific province?
Okay,
Province from Visayas.
all right.
Lang.
Popularly known as the seat of a lot of esoteric
Yeah.
happenings.
So meron silang tinatawag na black powder. Black powder is consisting of 100 herbs and plants burned together and collected and yung kinolect na ash. Tas yun daw yung ipangahalo mo sa drink with your saliva. Well, I also tried that before and it's quite effective naman. Pero yun nga, again, pag hindi for you or hindi nakalaan for you is medyo scary. Diba? Parang you're not really that satisfied or minsan may over-effect dun sa gusto mo talaga.
Akala mo hanggang dito lang and then
Yeah.
nasasakal ka na like your client. the
Yeah.
kwento of your client. So again, buyer, beware, not buyer, but I don't know, ritual doer beware.
Heard on Thursdays. Talk radio that pops.
Happy Valentine's Day. This is Raffy Reyes for Heard on Thursdays. I'm with my guest, psychic and Reiki master JL Manalile. We are talking about a very Valentine topic, but with a lot of cautions, a lot of caveats. Okay, a lot of bewares. Love potions, love charms, love spells, love rituals in general. They're very interesting. They sound so romantic, but if you use them the wrong way, then you will reap your share of karma. How about if you use them not necessarily for romantic purposes? Pwede ba yung JL, like if you use them for a co-worker, a classmate that you have a rift with? Can it be help to? Can it help healing relationships?
Good thing about love magic, it doesn't necessarily mean you just have to attract loved ones or lovers, for example. Sa office, for example, na you have a lot of karibal in terms of position, for example, or may mga chismis or may mga bully around. You can use love potions, love charms, or love rituals to befriend with them or pacify their energy to you. Parang ganon.
How about to improve your relationship with your bosses? Legit ba yun to use?
Ako, medyo maraming ganon.
Oh.
Kasi for example, napag-iinitan ako, JL, what should I do? Ganyan. Oh, you have to wear this one to pacify his energy para hindi ka na masyadong pag-initan. Hindi ka na masyadong nakikita, for example. So may mga merong ganon din clients.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, can you suggest, with all the caveats that we said, all our cautionary statements, can you suggest some tips for people who want to attract love in their lives? Yung legit love, maybe to attract the person who will love them in their lives. What can they do?
Safe practices.
Safe practices.
Okay.
I was looking for a proper term yon. Safe practices.
Okay. You can wear rose quartz. You can wear rhodonite, rhodochrosite, red jasper, anything that is red and pink. That is connected
Red
to,
and pink.
Yeah.
Wow!
Diba?
Am I not
Red.
properly ethical then? Valentine's kasi
Because
and Chinese
pink and
New Year.
red is connected to the energy of love, pure love, and sex.
Oh, okay.
Okay? While pagdating naman sa bathing, you can use rose water, for
Rose
example.
water. Where do we get rose water? Yung ano lang ba, rose petals ba yun na ibababad ko dun sa timba ng tubig or something?
There are specialty stores where you can buy rose water. For example, Healthy Options or Asad.
Asad.
May mga Indian stores. So, meron sila mga rose water doon.
Ano to? Oil? Is it an oil that you put in your water or is it really water?
Really water.
It's really water.
Okay. Or, okay. There are also practices, for example, na cleansing muna. You have to cleanse yourself. Like with, I advised 2 years ago na you have to cleanse always your energy using salt, using candles, for example, using incense to attract good energy to you. If you wanted to attract love, you have to cleanse yourself. You have to check yourself if you're a good person or not.
You bathe yourself in salt? You rub salt in your body? Ganun ba?
Yeah, you have to put some portion of salt into your pail. Tapos yun yung pampaligo mo to cleanse your
Talagang
energy.
pale tayo. Sorry for the reference kanina, but it's what people do. Just to say that you don't have to have a bathtub. If you do, good for you. So put salt. Yeah. Is it a specific kind of salt? Iodized rock salt?
Rock salt, Epsom salt. Diba? If you have the budget, diba, Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, diba, ganun. Pero rock salt will do.
Rock salt will do. Are there people who are naturally attracting love, yung malapit sa pag-ibig, and some people who, love just doesn't go their way, malas, or they repel love without their knowing it? Natatawa sa yung mga
Yung mga tao na lucky with love, medyo, ang tawag doon, medyo masyadong bukas or active yung heart chakra nila
Mhm.
na automatically or naturally attract people around them. How about yung unlucky with love life or the love itself is medyo closed or imbalanced yung heart chakra nila. That's why again I advised na mag-cleanse ng energy. So you could balance yourself, for example.
Open your hearts and love will come in.
HOT. Heard on Thursdays. You want to hear this.
Heard on Thursdays with Raffy Reyes and our guest for tonight, Psychic and Reiki Master JL Manadili. We're not talking so much about Reiki tonight. Maybe on another occasion we can invite JL back for that. I'm opening the phone line. The HOT line is 631-9393. Call us now if you want to ask a question of JL. He has his tarot deck, his beautiful tarot deck ready to answer questions, especially about love tonight on Valentine's night. If you have time, if it's after your date, or maybe you didn't have a date, that's cool. Just call us now, 631-9393 to get through to Heard on Thursday. Okay, I say that, and we have a caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Happy Valentine's night. Who's this?
Valentine's Day. This is Jeff.
Zed.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Sorry,
Jeff. My bad. Jeff,
Sorry.
what's your question?
I just want to know kasi I have an ex na he left me. I don't know for someone else, pero ngayon bumabalik na siya. So probably with JL's help, babalik kaya yung passion ko for him, yung love.
Do you want him back in your life in the first place?
Yes.
Okay, at least
Pero,
you're honest with that.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be the same as before? What do you think, JL?
No, what is the pero?
Ano yung pero? Meron kang bat eh.
Pero kasi he left me, so
Oh.
I was hurt. So hindi ko na. Pero I still love this person.
You still love this person or you wanted to get revenge? What is
No, hindi pumasok sa isip ko yung revenge eh.
And you're so sure about it. You're so
Yes.
sure about the relationship this time.
That's what
Kahit
he's asking.
Na kahit iniwan ka niya before, for example. Yes.
You're willing to take the person back in your life. Okay.
Yeah, possible. Possible na i-bind yung relationship niyo with each other.
Kasi mention a while ago, JL, na parang kaya mo na ibalik yung passion sa love kapag ayun, medyo nag-deteriorate na siya habang tumatagal. Pero
May nangyari and will the passion be restored?
Yes, possible.
Yes, it's possible. Okay, Jeff, I hope that comforts you somehow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So much.
HVD, Happy VD, Valentine's Day. How do they get in touch with you, JL?
They could search me on Facebook. It's JL Manalili, Psychic Investigator.
JL Manalili, Psychic Investigator. I tagged you in our monster photo. I don't know if that's the proper tag, but otherwise I'll tag you again there. So you are on Facebook. Are you on other portals as well or social media?
Wala na.
Wala na. Yun ang
Facebook
active.
page,
Okay. 631-9393 to get you to Heard on Thursdays. If you want to ask a question of JL Manalili, our guest psychic and Reiki master, call now, 631-9393. Do you believe in the concept of soulmates, JL?
Yes, I believe so. Merong tinatawag na soulmates, soul twins, for example. Pero it doesn't mean na you're married. You're automatically automatically soulmates eh. Soulmates could be best friends, for example, or friends, for example. Pwedeng mga ganun yung notion ng soulmates natin, pero it doesn't necessarily mean married or in a relationship tayo with that person.
Okay. Do you know who your soulmate is? Are you the best person to tell, okay, this person, I have a strong connection with this person. He or she has got to be my soulmate? Or
mararamdaman mo yun eh. Parang, for example, long lost relative, meron tayong nararamdaman na lukso ng dugo, for example. In soulmates, parang meron kang nararamdaman from yourself na parang nasa heaven ka, parang ganon. Na mararamdaman mo, this person is my soulmate.
How do you know that you're correct, or how do you know if you're fooling yourself?
You're correct if there's no obstacle na meeting this person, knowing this person, or for example you're in a relationship, wala kayong pagtatalo, for example, walang negativity. You're soulmates. You're really meant to be by the universe, parang ganon. Pero if you're fooling yourself na pilit ka ng pilit na gawin lahat just to make you believe yourself na this is my soulmate, no. Parang maraming obstacle, maraming pumipigil sa'yo. This is not your soulmate. Kasi there's a belief na you could meet or you could not meet this person or your soulmate in this lifetime. So, pwede mo siya na-meet the past lifetime or the future lifetime mo. So, it doesn't necessarily mean na meet mo siya in this present lifetime. So, wag kang masyado madali. Ganon.
Na para bang every person who walks into your life, oh, yan, soulmate ko yan.
Oo.
6319393. We're taking in calls right now. You can call and ask your questions from JL Manalili and get a free reading to complement that question. 6319393. That's on the landline, all right? If you're calling from your cell phone, you have to press 02 first. 02-631-9393. If you believe in soulmates, do you believe in love at first sight?
Love at first sight.
Parang hindi. Kasi mga iba sasabihin, okay, that person, one look, the person walked in the door and yes, that person is my soulmate. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Kasi for me, maybe you're just infatuated lang, pero it doesn't mean it's love.
Mm-hmm.
Or for example, if you're long time single, nakita mo yung man or woman of your dreams na pasok sa standards mo or qualifications mo, would that mean na love at first sight ka sa kanya? What if you're just attracted lang talaga? Parang ganun.
Going back to the subject of love rituals, can they work for you and the parent if you have a broken relationship with the parent?
Yeah. Family, broken family, or sa parents mo, pwede. Anything to do with relationship, friendship, marriage, or family, it could do work.
Usually, those who ask you about love rituals, how old would they be? O walang age talaga?
Yung usual age is 40s and above.
Wow!
Who are married.
Okay, so who are married?
Oo. Kasi yun nga, yung may mga usually may mga tainted relationship or those who have third parties.
Interesting. Usually kung may tainted relationship. But rarely would a young person, say in their 20s, ask you about it.
No. I would
They'd have options.
No agad ako kasi yung mga 20s pa lang is not yet sure about themselves pa. So hindi ko masyadong binaba yung idea of love rituals for them, especially for relationships.
Well, what do they usually ask about love? Your clients?
Yung 20s.
Let's start with 20s and then older.
Young adults would ka-office mate ko siya, classmate ko siya nung college. I wanted to be with him or her, for example. If you're not connected, sorry. If you don't have any relationship at all, no.
Okay.
So, pero magbe-base pa rin sa reading. If you have a future, it could help. Pero if wala, wag natin ipilit. Ganun. Straightforward.
Straightforward. Very good. So, meron mangungulit sa tarot mo. Can you ask your tarot? Kasi interested ako sa taong to and maybe there's something. Then you ask the tarot anyway.
I would ask the tarot for guidance. If wala,
If
sorry.
wala. Well, tonight, monsters, that's your chance. Call now, 631-9393. With the tarot's guidance, with JL's tarot deck's guidance, okay, guidance. So that doesn't necessarily mean, you will get the answers that you want to hear. And maybe you will, but again, guidance. So 631-9393 to get you to hear it on Thursdays. Okay, when you really, really want to get to know somebody, can you hasten that process? Ikaw na mismo, you just want to get to know a person, interesting person in the office or in the campus. How can you get to know somebody you don't know using, psychic means?
Um,
That rose quartz, wearing rose quartz, lalapit ka sa kanya or...
Pwede, it could help. Again, quartz amplifies energies, pwede. Or sometimes I use na, if I know the name of the person, I would repeatedly say his name, his or her name in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So my energy would, pull him or her into my energy. So parang pwede ko siya makilala using that.
How about saying something before you sleep, mga ganon?
Like orasyon, gano'n.
Oh, well, a mild form or an intention.
Intention pwede. I want it, just pray. Just pray. Diba? We always pray at night before we sleep. We pray na, for example, we can pray na, I hope to know this person better. Parang gano'n. Pero if that works, siguro God wants to let you know that this person. Pero if hindi, siguro not meant to you.
How about if you were together with a person, didn't work out, maaring a really bitter breakup, but years after or a long time after, you're still thinking about the person. How can you get the person back? Assuming that the person is still available.
Well, again, if the person is available, and if the feeling is mutual with each other, I can help. There are rituals, series of ritual which can be done to help the relationship or heal the relationship. Again, if it's mutual,
Kailangan yun, Again, the caveat that it has to be mutual. You can't force things.
HOT, heard on Thursdays. You want to hear this.
Heard on Thursdays on Manila's Hottest Monster, RX 93.1. Last few minutes before we turn things over to our own Dr. Love, Tom Alvarez, for the late night clinic. So if you have questions to ask of JL and his tarot deck is on the ready, call now 631-9393. Again, that's 631-9393. In your years of being a psychic, of your psychic investigation, your psychic practice, how many years has it been? You're pretty young, JL, but I know you've invested a lot of years already in this.
9 years.
9 years, okay. How did it start again for those who missed your previous guesting?
I started as a paranormal investigator. Tapos and then I studied healing, then to esoteric things, occult things, because as you how do you call this? You experience more of the spiritual world. You have to get more information or practice about esoteric and occult, so you can handle more serious and hard investigations or cases.
We have a caller. Hi, happy Valentine's. Heard on Thursdays.
Hi,
Hi,
my
who's
name is
this?
James.
James, what's your question?
I don't know if Mr. already answered this, but
JL.
how do you know if you were the right person?
How do you know if you're with the right person?
How would you know if you're the right person? You can feel it. You can feel it in your heart. Kasi it is yung heart chakra natin or yung heart energy natin is located at the heart. If merong how do you call this?
Lukso ng dugo.
Parang may inner heat.
Inner heat.
Heart mo.
That extra heartbeat.
Ganun.
James, it seems to me that you want to ask about a specific person. Do you want to ask about a specific person? JL can consult his tarot.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You're sure?
maybe I'll just look him up on Facebook or.
The chance is here. You can ask now.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, James.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's night.
Happy Valentine's.
631-9390. Last few minutes. Call now to ask questions of JL and his tarot deck. No, my question was, in all your years of of psychic investigation and psychic practice, what are the more interesting questions that were asked of you regarding love? Yung mga hiling or hula or questions?
Weird. Something weird.
Weird, interesting, memorable.
Something to do with love.
Usually third party ba?
Merong client na nagpadala ng underwear.
Wow.
Kasi yung husband daw niya is nawawala. And I told her na iba yung nawawala sa hindi talaga nagpapahanap.
Gustong mawala.
So, pinadala niyo. Funny thing is, yung
I hope it
pinadala
wasn't
yung
used underwear.
Used
It
underwear.
was used underwear. All
Kasi
right.
she believes na pag yung used underwear daw would be madali gamitin in terms of magic. Para pag ginamit daw, baka mag-init siya at babalik siya, uuwi siya, ganun. Sabi ko, it doesn't work that way. Sabi ko.
How did you handle that? How did you discreetly tell her?
Sabi ko, ma'am, doesn't work that way. You can just send me an image of your husband, not a used underwear.
In other words, gusto niyang kulamin yung husband niya para bumalik sa kanya.
Parang ganun.
When does, I mentioned that word, when does Gayuma and kulam begin?
Well, it is two
A form.
different
Two different things.
Two different things. Again, Gayuma is for attraction of anything. It's a general term. Kulam is something malevolent.
Malevolent, evil,
Yeah.
with evil intentions. All right. Pero pwede mag overlap yung ganun, ano? Yung you want to use Gayuma because you have malevolent intentions.
Yes. For example, revenge. This person is, for example, fooling a lot of people. I wanted to get revenge with this person using witchcraft, black magic, and love.
Perhaps that black powder. Oh, okay.
So I wanted to get him or her, and then lokohin ko lang siya just for revenge. Ganun.
Alright. How can you protect yourself against Gayuma? If you don't want to be a victim of a love spell or a love ritual, I don't know, I might be so desirable, feeling so desirable that I'm afraid somebody might use something on me. Can you protect yourself against spells?
You can protect yourself from spells using, if you're wearing crystals, you can wear dark crystals. Black obsidian, tourmaline, tiger's eye, whatever. Of course, the most powerful protection is prayer. Prayer from Saint Michael, for example, the archangel
of
of protection, or Saint Benedict, the saint for hexes or black magic, for example.
Holy Week is coming up. I know that you make a sort of pilgrimage to some sacred places around this time during summer.
I usually go every week na.
Every week?
Every week na to Mount Banahaw. Kasi I don't want to go to Banahaw pagdating ng Holy Week kasi medyo maraming tao. So parang hindi ka ma-concentrate pagdating doon.
What is that for, JL?
I usually go to Banahaw for cleansing and empowerment.
Okay. Do you find any conflict with your beliefs as a Christian and as a Catholic with your psychic activities?
Medyo mahirap yung question kasi in terms of sa Catholic way or sa Bible, let's say, psychism is prohibited or magic is prohibited. Pero if for me it would not be given to me by the divine if it doesn't fit me or help a lot of people, for example. Healing, for example. Yeah.
So that's how you reconcile it in your mind. Thank you very much for being so candid with us, as always, JL. On Love Night, in the Love Month, any words of wisdom you can share with our monsters? Some advice as to, again, how to attract love in their lives?
Words of wisdom from a person like me who is single. Okay. If it's not meant for you, don't push it too hard. Okay. Time will come. His time and his right place will come for you to get that right person, right man, or right woman ano yun, na would be devoted to love you
Uh-huh.
forever. Ganon.
Oh, a question just popped in my mind, JL. Online relationships are pretty popular these days. People meeting each other through the internet, right? And sometimes the people may be based abroad. You haven't even seen them. Is there a way for you to like tell in a psychic way if that person is on the up and up? Yung medyo legit yung kausap mo or...
Yeah. There are clients na Pinay from Singapore na would ask. There are a lot of Pinays from Singapore na would ask. I'm chatting with this ganitong guy. Is this legit or not? Some of them are not legit kahit pa nagpapakita ng pictures and everything. Yung iba merong hesitation from the cards na this is not a real person.
So you consult the cards in
again
those
for
cases.
guidance.
How did they get in touch with you again, JL?
They could contact me on Facebook. It's JL Manalili Psychic Investigator. Or on my phone, it's 0917-458-3670.
Can you repeat that, please?
0917-458-3670.
I remember we first guested JL because he's a psychic investigator in a topic concerning ghosts, right?
Yeah.
That's why we got into a discussion. I was still Hazel was on the show then. We got into a discussion about the covenant and witches and all that. Thank you very much,
Thank
JL.
you so
And I
much.
know you have other businesses you can tell them about if you want them to know about them.
You could visit me at my spa. It's Enchanted Forest Spa, located at 1139 M. De La Fuente Street, Sampaloc, Manila. It's in between P. Margal and M. De La Fuente Street. I also have a grill in just beside the spa. So ang inihaw na may gayuma.
Wow!
Parang gano'n.
Baka pagkain ng barbecue mo, magkaroon ng gayuma, bumalik sa lugar mo.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Like Enchanted Spa.
Enchanted Forest Spa.
Enchanted Forest
You
Spa
can
on
have
M.
your
De La Fuente.
reading and healing there.
All right, reading, healing, and a massage too.
Yeah.
And then eat barbecue before or after. Thank you, JL. Always,
so much.
always a delight. Next up is Dr. Love, Tom Alvarez for the Late Night Clinic. Spread love, have love in your hearts, open your heart chakra, says JL, and love will come into your lives. This is Raffy Reyes for Heard on Thursdays. Join me again next week for interesting conversation with interesting people, fascinating people who will bring love in your lives. Thank you.
Heard on Thursdays. Heard on Thursdays. The premier magazine talk show on FM radio. Winner of multiple KBP Golden Dove Awards for Best Magazine Program and Best Magazine Program host Raffy Reyes. Thursdays, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. An original Monster special. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster. RX 93.1.
This Valentine's season, the Monster invites you to spend 7 minutes in heaven.
With someone you just met. A lot can happen in 7 minutes.
You can talk, you can laugh,
You can exchange numbers. You can find your soulmate.
it's all about shedding your inhibitions and tapping into your sense of romantic adventure.
So keep Friday evening, the 15th of February free
And make a date with Destiny.
for 7 minutes in heaven. The Monster Singles
The
Party
Monster Singles Party.
at Early Night Fort Entertainment Center, BGC.
At the entrance, just signify your intention to join the 7-minute game and drop your number in the appropriate box.
Are you looking for guys? Looking for girls? Or simply looking to get
To help things along, all your favorite Monster Jocks will be there, fronted by your pound-for-pound host, Rico Robles.
and Spin Master DJ McCoy?
Admission is totally free. No tickets to win.
Show up for your 7 minutes in heaven. The Monster Singles
The
Party.
Monster Singles Party.
February 15, 2019 at Early Night BGC.
Party action lasts from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. From the station that brings you Valentine's bliss,
Monster. RX 93.1.
Late Night Love Cue.
Late Night Love Cue.